Hello, everybody. This is Puppetine here again. We're back for Batwoman. Oh yeah, there's a new episode. Well, to join me today, I'm so glad to say that I have been in contact with Batman again, and he has agreed to come back. He said he wouldn't let what happened this last Friday happen again. Here he is. The Dark Knight. Oh, okay, you're not just going by Batman anymore. Hello, Dark Knight. It's really dark over there.
Yeah, it is. I like to stay in the dark. Too many people trying to find out where I am.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't mind. Did you happen to watch our last live stream on this channel?
Of course. I see everything.
Yep. So you saw that Spider-Man joined me when I clearly asked for Captain America to come give his input on. Well, you can't get everything that you want. But I'm so glad to have you back. You might insult me, but at least you treat me horribly. Well, besides that. Well, we're here to talk about Batwoman today. You saw the latest episode, that's correct?
Unfortunately.
Well, I won't agree completely. See, unlike the last episode, which was torture to sit through and watch them make a mockery of the investigation or the fight for Kate Kane, this episode actually had the best villain that I think of this season, and maybe just overall in all we've seen right now. This is the best villain that we've got. I do love Alice. She's a great actress. But with 5 minutes, the guy playing Black Mask has made himself a landmark of the show.
I have to agree. They decided to make him more funny, like Joker. And it worked. And guess what? He stole the show. And his 5 minutes is the best 40 minutes you're going to see in anything else. 40 minutes compared to his, you can't compare.
Well, let's just go over the basics of this episode. There's not a lot to unpack here. The police commissioner is gunned down by the what are they called? The Faceless Gang or something? False Face Society.
Yes. False Face Society.
And they make Angelique, which is Ryan's ex-girlfriend who wants to get back together with her, be the driver. That entire situation becomes where Angelique is debating confessing to being the getaway driver and snitching on who actually killed the police commissioner.
Yes.
But the False Face Society kidnapped her. In the side plot, just minor, Sophie's sister, Julie, I think more. She's a graffiti artist who's also she's a social activist. Basically, they want Angelique to confess to the crime so that way Julie isn't involved. And so that the False Face Society, they just stop going after Julie. Batwoman goes after to rescue Angelique. Even though her team is kind of behind her, Mary is actually drawing lines this episode where she's like, I'm going to snitch on her if she doesn't tell the truth. But when Angelique announced that she was going to tell the truth, like I said, she's kidnapped. Batwoman goes after her. Batwoman gets kidnapped. and she is tied up to this. What was it again?
She's in a sawmill, and she's on a conveyor belt. And she's got the saw blade that comes and slices the logs in half. And unfortunately, someone gets cut in half. And it's glorious.
Oh, yeah. No, it's this one member of the False Face Society that Black Mask says, you said that you got the job done, but you lied to me.
Mhm.
Now you'll see what happens. And
Yes.
as soon as he's cut and there's blood everywhere, Ryan is laying back and she's like horrified. Black Mask stands there and says, next. It was, I couldn't help a small chuckle just at that. I mean, this is absolutely what does she say? I think you're a sadistic drug lord. And he's standing there a moment and he's looking around and he says, I can see why you would think that, but I'm actually fighting for Gotham. Just his entire time on screen is enjoyable. It shouldn't be this good. We've talked a lot about this show lately, and we really haven't enjoyed a lot of it. We have to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it just hasn't been as good as the previous season. But this was top notch. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Dark Knight?
When they actually let him do Black Mask justice, he's good. Unlike the Harley Quinn crap, Birds of Prey, this version was actually good, tolerable. Those who have actually played the Telltale games, the second season, you get the Black Mask as well. And I gotta say, they do him justice there as well. And this is phenomenal. But this is also sad when your villains outshine your heroes.
Yeah. Well, we have Malik and Jimmy, comic quirks, right here in our comment section. Hello to both of you. Malik is saying, I love this version of Black Mask. He is creepy. I agree. It took me a second because the mask, it's not the best I've ever seen, but that with the performance, she says it right here, Malik. This Black Mask is real good. You're absolutely right. It's amazing. It reminds me of when the first episode with Lex Luthor came to Supergirl. That performance astounded me with one episode. It's the same situation here. Other than that, what else happens in this episode? We get a little more information of Kate. Black Mask gets Enigma to come, and it's heavily implied they're just going to have her wipe Kate's mind and fix her with a new face and blah, 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 which is what they'll do. Other than that, that there's nothing to really talk about. Angelique survives after being kidnapped. It was just a warning from Black Mask, and so she confesses to the crime. And we get a little small bit of Sophie saying, "You're right. This isn't how the world should work," to her sister. And I don't know. Parts of this episode, it's hard to get through. But
for those, I had to point out, for those who don't know who Enigma is, she's the Riddler's daughter. She appeared in Teen Titans number 38, created by Jeff Johns and Tony Daniel. This is back in 2006, in the volume 3 of Teen Titans. So now, if they keep this whole true, this makes sense for her to team up with Black Mask because, well, her Riddler being her dad, and Batman's gone. Who knows what happened to her father, if he's even involved in anything in Gotham where he's even alive.
No, I don't mind the idea of Enigma. Not at all.
No, I'm just saying it's great if they hold to that background that she is the Riddler's daughter.
Malik is saying that they didn't know that. Honestly, I didn't know that either. This is a educational program. We learn things together. Learn something new every day. We have Snatch Face in the house. Hello, Snatch Face. It is good to see you. And Malik agrees that on Lex on Supergirl is amazing. John Cryer nails the role. Absolutely. That's the main part that excites me for the final season of Supergirl. I just hope that it isn't a Flash situation where we have 3 episodes and it just feels like an utter disaster of a finale.
Mm-hmm.
In discussing this episode, I don't know. I guess we can just speculate a little bit. I think Black Mask, he's definitely pulling into, I'm going to solve Gotham from within. Going to solve the crime problem that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that he's running for police commissioner now. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I don't know how I feel about that. I just know that I like him in the role that we have this episode. And I hope we get more. If they can boost him up, absolutely do it. Was there any specific part of this episode that you wanted to focus on, Mr. The Dark Knight?
Well, I was hoping more with Kate Kane. Instead, we get Alice. We're seeing a little version of her sister going crazy. Now that she's got her memories back, and now she's learning that she's gone crazy multiple times. This isn't the first time she's hallucinated. And I like the fact that she was holding her dead cat and stroking it.
Yeah, so basically what happens, Alice is visited by a young version of Kate Kane. And Kate Kane leads her out to the backyard, and there's a dead cat buried in the ground. And basically Alice digs her up and opens the box, and the cat's alive. And
what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Schrodinger's cat.
Mm-hmm. Well, the cat was alive. She picks it up and she's hugging it and kissing it. And young Kate is basically saying, your mind can do fantastic things. You don't have to feel the pain of losing your sister. You just have to make up a world where I don't exist. Ha! Yeah, I'm not sure where Alice is really going to go with this, though. I don't know what this leads to.
She'll go where her goddamn pleases.
Yeah, I guess so. I
just want to point out, it seems like what they're doing with Alice is letting her be a villain and do what she wants because they have no plot for her.
Yeah, they have no idea where to go with her now, and so they have to give some answers. So they're writing up random things. My apologies. When you think about just where Alice has gone through, her goals, and where she's been aiming, she's just kind of lost. A lot of these characters seem lost. Jacob Kane, he may have shaved that beard, but he is still lost.
Mm-hmm.
We do get a little more information about Julia. Julia Pennyworth is looking deeper into the plane crash that killed Kate. If you can't tell, I was doing little quotation marks with a little hand turn. I know it would be easier if my fingers could move, but We can't always get what we want.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, she had called the planes company originally a month ago. Somebody with her accent, and investigated all of this, but she doesn't remember that. And the person on the phone is like, "This is like Greg or Kyle or something. You don't remember? We talked about your accent."
This is Kurt, is what he said.
I don't think he's going to be an important character, Batman. But I get it.
Everyone's important.
Everyone's important in their own way. You're right.
Except for puppets.
Julia Pennyworth is going to be looking for, hey, where did my memories go? I guess maybe Enigma has something to do with that. They're really going to be using her a lot if that's the case. This episode wasn't horrible. I'll admit that. There are some really bad, cringy moments.
The best thing about this episode, other than Black Mask, is the fact that we don't get I'm a victim. Instead, we get introduced to a new character. Sophia's the younger sister, who's an activist and tags things, and goes up to Carmine Falcone, who's actually the commissioner in this show. Same actor, gets gunned down. And the funny part is, like, she brings the whole thing. It's like, well, white cops, well, your cops shot 4 unarmed black men. And he's like, well, you guys are out there committing crimes, kind of throwing it back in her face a little bit. And it's just funny, though, that now we have Black Mask coming in and saying, I'm going to fund the police, because the commissioner brought up, what, you want to fund the police and what's going on? And, she's like, well, yeah, we should, take away some of the money, rebudget it. And I love that Black Mask is now, we're funding the police.
We really got to talk about that a moment. Because Supergirl, before the weird technology season with Leviathan that we've had, it took massive political statements and fighting for social justice. I believe they have used that line before in the show quite a few times, if my memory serves. Then again, I am a puppet. Fluff up here. I think with the first season being derailed with what was her name? Ruby Rose's exit from the show. I think they've decided, because Supergirl's ending, that they want to push more of an agenda into this show. Whereas in the first season, we had only like one episode, and it was Batwoman's coming out episode. That wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. Absolutely. This is worse. There are good things. I will admit when there are good things in this show. But there are also bad things. We have to accept that reality. Other than that, I think we've covered all our bases. Can you use the Bat computer? Tell me if I've forgotten anything.
Other than Alice going crazy, Angelique leaving the show.
Right, because she takes the rap for the...
And Sophie being scolded by her younger sister, saying, you're really going to let her do that, even though she's admitting to taking the fall of someone else? And you know what? Sophia says, that's because that's how the system works. And she's like, and her singer, she's like, well, the systems are broken, but I'm fighting against it. And then they have a touching moment there. The sister love.
Oh, well, the touching moment. I don't like the fact that Sophie, as a crow, knows that she has joined the crows to do good. And I don't know exactly how much has been done, but I am quite sure that with Gotham becoming this almost like war zone with crime, at least how they set up Gotham in Batwoman. The Crows have done a lot of good, but people don't want to accept that. They don't want to. They don't want to notice that. The GCPD they failed. I don't know where Commissioner Gordon is. They never talk about him. I need some information. I need to know where Commissioner Gordon is. I need to know where.
I can't tell you that.
Is he hiding?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying that you are the Batman that's been gone from Gotham for 5 years?
I cannot confirm that or deny it.
Sir, if you are, I have a bone to pick with you. Yeah, Gotham has become it's just horrible. You need to go back.
I don't want to.
I have publicly shamed Batman. This is an achievement in my life. I'm marking it down. Gail, write it. Thank you.
I wouldn't think of it. I would think twice about that.
I'm marking it down, sir. It's too late. It is too late.
You don't even have opposable fingers or bendable digits.
But my wife does.
I've never seen your wife.
You've seen her hand once or twice.
I've seen an arm, that's about it.
That's all you need.
You're sick. You're severed limbs. You call wife.
No. Otherwise, they wouldn't be moving. This isn't the Addams family.
You said you had an arm. That's all you need.
I said that's all you need to see.
Are you the doll maker?
What?
Are you the doll maker?
No. I'm the doll. So everybody, I'm pretty sure that wraps up our episode of, well, us reviewing Batwoman. We're going to be back next week, of course. And we're going to just keep moving right along through this season. I hope it gets better. There is some hope if the villain can continue to shine. So, everybody, I want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like. If you're watching this live stream after we have streamed, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think of Batwoman. If you think we're wrong, tell us why. We'll absolutely listen. We do not mind. Sorry, I got distracted. Skip and Tosh says, Batman needs a cough drop. Do you need a cough drop?
I prefer if Skip and Tosh could come on the show and tell me that directly.
Oh, well, maybe sometime. That would be a pleasure. So, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like. Let us know what you think. And we will see you next time.